draft. Depth chart, put them last behind Flacco and Dillian Gabriel, and both of them is trash. It's clearly double standards, evidently not a problem with Shedeur. It's arrogance with Mansell, they called it Moxie.
Shedeur Sanders get good news from the Cleveland Browns coaching search, and Shedeur Sanders can turn the Cleveland Browns franchise around this year in his second year as a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, you got to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And if you like to support the broadcast in any kind of way, you can super chat and you can just simply join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Let's get this show started. Let's go. Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, is getting good news from the Cleveland Browns head coaching search. It's been reported that 4 candidates will be coming back for their second visit with the Cleveland Browns owner and GM Andrew Berry. Now, when you look at the list of the coaches that coming back, majority of them is on the offensive side of the ball. That tells me they looking for somebody to connect with Shedeur Sanders in this upcoming 2026. Because let's look at the coaches that's coming in. You got Mike McDaniels, the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, a offensive-minded, brilliant-minded, know how to scheme up an offense. He's coming in Wednesday. Then you got Grant Udemski. He's a young 30-year-old offensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Everybody's talking about this dude. This dude is hot on the map. Everybody's looking at him. And if you compare him with Shedeur Sanders, man, it's going to be a beautiful thing if this guy is everything everybody's saying that he is. Because he don't just about interview with just about every team out there that need a head coaching job. So we got to see how that interview gonna go. And also you got Todd Monken, the vet, the older guy. He's a Kevin Stefanski 2.0. He's just an older version of Kevin Stefanski. He was the former offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson. He getting his second interview. And you got the DC coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, Jim Schwartz. It's important to know that Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam, the owner, want to keep this dude on their staff no matter what, because the defense did pretty good last year. They probably was the top 3 defense in the NFL last year with Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, and you got the rookie linebacker Swayze. So it's a good possibility he'll be named the head coach for the Cleveland Browns. And if they can find this me, I care less about who the head coach is. It's more important that they find the right offensive coordinator. If it takes to make this offensive coordinator jump on board, give him the head coaching job, give it to him. Give it to him. Because that's what the Cleveland Browns need. Shedeur need a offensive coordinator and a play caller other than Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees. So if they have to give Grant that head coaching job so he can be the offensive coordinator for Shedeur, man, let's ride. That's right. I'll take that. Mike McDaniel, even though I don't think he's a leader of men, but he's a offensive-minded, bright coach. He just is. So if they have to do that, let's ride with that. But I think they trying to pair somebody with the defensive coordinator, Jim Haslam. Those are the 4 guys. And still, you still got Nate Shearhouse, the passing coordinator for the Rams. You know, his name's still out there too. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Andrew Berry pulled this off. I'm fine with either one of them except Todd Monken's. If I had to scratch one of them off, Todd Monken's. I don't want no Kevin Stefanski 2.0. I just don't want that. So I'm fine with that. I really hope they get Grant to come on board. I hope he agree on the board. Once they get him in the building, don't let him go. Don't let him go, because Shedeur needs somebody to bring out his talent. Because if you look around the league and you need an example of what could be for Shedeur Sanders, Shedeur didn't have no outstanding year, because they brought him late in the game, right? He played 7 games and he never got a chance to run with the first team offense in training camp. But if you're looking something to compare Shedeur's season to which it could be, all you got to do is look at Chicago. Look at the Chicago Bears and what they did with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams' first season, man, they wanted to run him out of Chicago. They wanted to run him out of Chicago. The beat writers, the Chicago News, radio station, they was on his head. They were saying they need to cut him, and he's a bust as a quarterback in the NFL. And look at him now. They found them the right head coach, a offensive-minded head coach, Ben John. I mean, look at Caleb Williams now. He in the NFL playoff, 24-48, 361 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, while leading the Chicago Bears to a victory over the Green Bay Packers. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. You know, Shedeur Sanders, if they get the right offensive coordinator, Shedeur Sanders going to flourish. And also, you can look at the Carolina Panthers. Look what he did to Bryce Young. He was struggling as the quarterback of the Panthers last year. He was struggling. They benched him, but they put him back in. They found them the right head coach, and Bryce Young led his team to the playoffs. Bryce Young was 21 of 40, 264 yards, 1 TD, 1 touchdown against the Rams. If it wasn't for the defense, he'll still be playing. That's going to show you can turn it around, man, if you get the right offensive coordinator and play call. And if you can find one of those in this interviewing process, it's going to go good for Shedeur. Man, Shedeur, the things that he had to deal with, shoot, man, please. Shedeur can take this team to the playoff next year. And I don't see the schedule. Look at the schedule, who all they play. Man, it's easy for Shedeur and this Cleveland Browns can win 8 to 9 games. Easy. Or 10 games. They can win the division. They don't have to deal with John Harbaugh being the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. They don't have to deal with Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they don't even have a quarterback. Even if they bring Aaron Rodgers back, we still can beat them. We already don't beat them. We already don't beat Cincinnati. So the Cleveland Browns is in a good position. The team ain't bad like the media tried to paint them. Big time media, ESPN, and the Cleveland media. I ain't never seen a Cleveland media so negative about their own team. About their own team. They got a franchise quarterback. Whether they like it or not, Shedeur Sanders is him. He's their franchise quarterback. And we ready to ride. Andrew Berry, lock down your offensive coordinator and your play caller, and let's ride. I don't care who you get, head coach. You want to get Jim Swayze, the defense coordinator? Hi, let's get this thing over and let's start this preparation and concentrate on the draft. Find you an offensive lineman and some wide receivers, and let's ride. And let the chips fall where they may. I'm pushing all my chips in on Shedeur Sanders. I'm putting all my chips on Shedeur Sanders. He will lead the Cleveland Browns to a playoff appearance in 2026. You heard it right here on Sports Talk. We'll beat Watts. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. And hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live and drop a video. I got a live show tonight. JR Boxing and Uncle Steve. Man, we're going to have a good time tonight. Talking about Kevin Stefanski. Talking about Shedeur Sanders, possible head coach, who they would like to see, or what they think about the head coaching searches so far. And we're going to talk about the NFL playoff and also that big time matchup in college football on tomorrow night. Miami or Indiana. I tell you what, y'all come back at 8 o'clock and join the conversation. I'll show you. We're going to have a good time. Until later on, peace.